Yeah. Peace, bless, love. Give thanks to that man above. You're now rocking with Mr. Uncommon.
Hey, yo, what's going on here, man? Y'all already know who it is. The Fresh Prince himself, Izzy Finesse.
And the one and only Jay Confident. Remember, y'all talent creates experience too, but don't forget to keep standing on business. Let's go.
I like that one.
Let's go. Told you I had something special.
I was wondering too all week, like, yo, what quote he's gonna come with today?
Man, we got my man here. Shit, what's going on?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This right now, this episode right here, and I'm gonna emphasize this because this one right here is gonna be a crazy one.
Cause this is this.
Yeah, this is that right here.
Yeah, let him know, Pop. Let him know.
Nah, yeah. So we got a very special guest here. We gonna let him introduce himself right now.
What's going on? This is Mike Rodriguez. Some people know me as Mike Success. Some people know me as This.MYQ, CEO, co-founder of This Group,
Yes.
management, marketing, and media company. There we go.
There you go.
Need those.
Let's go.
And it's crazy too because we got a lot of Mikes in this world. Like you got like Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, Michael Jackson. But I never seen a Mike that's spelled M-Y-Q.
Well, I just did that on my own.
Really?
Because the thing is that I used to be called when I was on the music side.
Yeah.
It was Success, right?
Okay.
And then what happened is that there's an A&R up at Atlantic, and his name is Success.
Right.
And when I met him, we used to joke, we'd be like, I'm the real Success, whatever. But what I did is I wanted to change it, and Mike is such a common name. So if you go on your phone, I'm sure you got 5,000. If you got parentheses, so I saw this comedy show, this comedian called Mike Kaplan, and he spelled it M-Y-Q. I was like, yo, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I bagged it.
It's very unique.
Yeah, and it becomes a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to pronounce my name.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you see in my IG, I got to put in parentheses, pronounced Mike.
Yeah.
And people
I
still,
see
people
that.
still call me Mike Q.
I see that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's
Because
all good.
at first I thought it was my Q. I was
You
like,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get
Q.
it. I get it.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
Nah,
That's
for
what's
real. It
up.
has a pretty a pretty good catch to it though.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen, I was brought up in branding. Like my mom taught me that. My grandmother, it's like it got to be something. And I'm a basic Mike Rodriguez. That's like the most. I always say Rodriguez is the Smiths of Puerto Rican.
That's true.
You right, because
That's true.
no, he's right, because I have a coworker named Michael
You
Rodriguez.
see what I'm saying? And there's a warrant for that name.
Oh, wow.
I just got called the other day. They thought it was me. I was
Get
like,
the fuck out of here.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
whole
like
other
y'all better
story.
check the social security or something because I ain't.
Yeah, I'm like,
ain't me.
M-Y-Q? That's why I got to change it for real. Be like, nah, that's me. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
MYQ, that's it. But you know what? It is unique. And at least that distinguishes you from everybody else.
Yeah, especially the dude that has a warrant.
That's crazy.
That's
Crazy. You sure it's Mike or Mike MIQ?
Yeah.
Because it ain't two different Mikes here. Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm Q. What are you talking
I'm
about?
cute. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what's up, though. But like, even with that right there, that origin of your name, let the people know where you're from, where you grew up from.
I grew up. I was born in Manhattan. Grew up in the Bronx, Yonkers. Went to high school upstate. Came back down. Like I went through some. We were talking.
Yeah.
We were talking like from 6:30 to 7. We were talking. So
Let's go.
Yo, but everybody knows already. I'm like kind of late sometimes, bro, and I
that's Mr. Uncommon,
apologize.
Mr. Kind of late. I got you.
Real recognize
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
But, nah. But I lived in Arizona for a bit. Like,
Really?
Yeah, to get out the city.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's a whole other part. But it's like sometimes in life, like I had a real difficult time becoming from a boy to a man. And at 18 to 22,
Okay.
it was rough. It wasn't who I am. It wasn't what I am. Like I was telling them, like I didn't come from a broken home.
Okay.
Like my parents got divorced when I was 5.
Okay.
And my stepfather came into my life, and he is the most amazing man that you'll ever meet. Like he is, I'm him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He taught me about morals and values, and then, I grew up in the entrepreneur spirit. Like, I had good stuff around me.
Okay.
It was just,
It wasn't enough to steer you the right way.
Well, we
Yeah.
young at the point, right? So we just
Yeah.
be ignorant. Like
Yeah.
we don't want to hear nothing.
yeah, bro. I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's, it made me who I am today. Like, me being 49 years old, I clearly wish I was here at your age. right? But that's the reason why I am the way that I am. Is to make sure that you learn something at 25 that might have took me to 45.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I don't think my generation, my era, I don't think they do that.
No.
They always, they feed into this me society.
Yeah.
You know
Especially nowadays.
100%, bro.
Especially
100%.
nowadays, like with social media and all that shit, everybody just fucking. I think it feels like everybody's on for their own, right? Like,
it don't feel like that. It's what it is.
But
you know what I'm saying?
right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so much knowledge that obviously 49, you got knowledge, you got wisdom in you,
Yeah.
right? For the youngest too, and that's why I be telling him too, like for the youngest not to be wanting to listen on successful people, because what is it you really doing at your age right now that the youngest right now that you don't want to get gems from somebody like that, or somebody like you.
But you got to understand is they're growing up in a different society, right?
That's
Like I always tell people, like my joke is that this is not a filter. Like this gray right here, it's not a filter. This is like my real shit. I can curse?
Yeah.
Bro.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny? Before you think, I like how you said that right now because I saw you on the last part. He goes, "Yo, you think I curse?"
Yeah, because when I talk, John will tell you like I'm when I'm passionate, like
Yeah. No, like,
I'm trying to work on that too, but
This is why we created this platform,
You know
man.
what
Let
I'm
it roll
saying?
out, bro. Do your thing.
But like nowadays it's just very different. Like, and I talk to my parents, right? You think about it. Whatever your house structure is as a child today, right?
Yeah.
Today, whatever, 10 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
You get information from everywhere. When I was a kid, it was whatever your household is like. Mother, father, let's just put it like that. Whoever. Or just mother.
Yeah.
This is the information you received. Now, you got to worry about, like, if my kid is 8 years old, I'm in the house, me and my wife are one way. But he goes to school because you let your kid who's 8 deal with 18-year-old shit. You don't, the phone babysits your kid. So all of that information, now I have to kind of block and do all that. Whereas back in the days, all you really had to worry, you came home and it was just like you did what your parents told you. Or anybody that was old. From there,
It's true.
you got this shit to worry about.
It's true.
And there is no filter on that
No
shit.
filter at all.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's tough for these kids. And I get it. And that's why it's like, you talk about the pod that you created, like me and my partner with the pod was just like, yo, older versions. But like I tell my son, yo, I'm a cheat code to be an adult.
Okay.
I know what it is. I'm talking your language, you know what I'm saying? You talk about cheat codes and all that.
I like that.
I'm that.
They don't
Like how
understand
you-
the cheat code though. That's the thing. They don't understand the cheat code.
But
to
the
it.
reason why they don't understand it because they're gonna look at us like we will never understand how to do it.
Well, listen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Now you got to understand too is like, and I tell my 13-year-old this all the time. I was 13 at one point. I wasn't 13 in today's day, and I'm going to give you that. And you can teach me certain things, but there's still morals, there's still values that stand the test of time. It has nothing to do with me being old.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make you into a man. Like I always say, like, and I'm into sports and all that. I'm like, yo, I'm raising future men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be a boy. I said, you're going to be an adult a lot longer in your life than a kid.
Yeah.
I just had this conversation last night with him. I said, what's an adult to you? He's 21. I said, okay, good. There you go. 21 years old. People live to 80, 85. That's 60 years of adulthood. You only had 20 years of being a kid. And the first couple of years, you fucking was shitting on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
You're right.
It's true. It's
Right. I seen the other day is actually a post, and the dude tells the son, he goes, "Listen, you're gonna be out here doing this shit. What's this? You quit the football team. You in my house. So as long as I'm here, I'm gonna teach you what it is. And if you fail, I fail.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, like, no, fuck that. We're gonna go with things. You're gonna get back on the field. You're gonna go do this shit and thing because the same thing you're saying. You're a child for a little bit. You're gonna be an adult for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
What are we doing right now that you're gonna do? You're gonna fuck your whole life up and then fuck the rest of your life up on top of that.
100%.
So he goes, if that happens to you, then I failed.
Yep.
As a dad. You know what I mean? Which there's not a lot of that now.
At all.
There's not a lot. Maybe the older generation, and even with that, the old generation stuck with what you said with this society as well.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it all because that sounds like it's blanketing everybody.
Okay, yeah.
My
sorry.
generation is a bunch of rappers that never made it, and they still trying to rap, and they're not trying to be fathers. You know what I'm saying?
They're not trying to be fathers.
It's like, yo, I'm still trying to, come to my show. My dude. You know what I'm saying?
But with you it's different though, and like I was listening to your pod, the Focus on the Stars, which we're gonna get into, but you were saying that with your kids now it's different because you're showing them like, yo, like I'm trying to do something in the family that I never done, like nobody has ever done before. Right. So I like how you said that there, and I was like, yo, this is true.
Nah, that was. I'm a family guy. You know
Which
what I'm
is
saying?
that's what's up, because like with me, right? I did something in my family nobody did. I graduated out of high school.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I went into college, did 2 semesters. I felt like I wasn't good
than
enough. I felt like I wasn't good enough. So the job I was working at the time, they offered me overtime. So they said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna grind."
Yeah.
So I went to go grind, and that's when I focused more about making money than my education.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I dig how you were saying, because you said you was raised by your stepfather.
Yeah, I mean, my father, my biological was there as well.
No,
like,
of
that's
course,
the thing.
of course.
Yeah, but my stepfather was my everyday. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the stepfathers.
Yo,
man.
bro, amazing.
It's not the same when I see what you mean. I want to get into it, but it's just not the same when you don't get the morals and everything from somebody that's not around every time.
Right.
Not to say he wasn't there, but when
Right.
you go to somebody's house for the weekend and every other weekend, it's not the same as living with somebody,
it's
right?
definitely different. But my father, like, that's the thing, is my father did his thing.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, I love my father to death, and it's not like I love him, but I love my father.
Right.
My stepfather could have made my life, like, this is why I give him so much credit.
Okay.
Because he had every right to nix a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wake up on, like what you're saying,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would see my father every Sunday and 1 weekend a month, right?
Yeah.
Yo, when my father would come pick me up, my stepfather would be, they'd be having coffee
There you go.
together.
That's what's up.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that
so that's
takes
what I
us-
saw.
Word.
So for me, divorce and separation was harmony, whereas a lot of people see it as war.
Because the parents make that.
You see what I'm saying? And they're not thinking about the child.
That's a
That's
fact.
why, listen, like, they had me in therapy when I was 5 years old because of the divorce.
Gotcha.
And I never forget, the therapist was like, he's fine. Because they were very honest with me and told me.
Right.
And I remember I said, hey, do I call John dad? And my mom was like, no, you have a dad. That's John. You know what I mean? And still
Yeah.
to this day.
That's dope.
But it's just like I said, he is the reason why I am the way that I am. Like, I learned that. I treat my wife because I saw the way my stepfather treated my mom.
God bless.
Here, his flowers, happy Thursday. For no reason. They're together, I think, 40-something years, bro.
That's beautiful.
And they are in love with each other. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You say what we was talking about earlier, right? That we wasn't raised in that way. It's beautiful that you say that, because I wasn't raised in that way to see my stepdad giving my mom flowers and all that shit, like to be intimate and stuff like that. We didn't see that. It was just on
I didn't see them being intimate.
No, I mean, sorry. I take that back. I fucked up.
I'm just messing with you. I'm really a little curveball.
No, you're right. I fucked up.
No, I know what you meant.
Affectionate.
Intimate situations. I got it.
Affection, sorry. Not that deep. You don't want definitely see your parents get intimate.
That's a whole other therapy.
That's the whole
Yo,
other
for
word.
real.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't see that. So me and my relationship, I was a fucked up dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's hard to get into that space to be like having something consistently to show your appreciation, your affection, and or whatever the case is, right, to your partner, because you never got installed in that. And that's the difference when what you saw, you know what I mean, and then what I saw, and that's a beautiful thing, man. So that's what we trying to get into. So y'all won't, so it could be different for y'all pretty much, right?
Pretty much,
So I don't want to get too much in, but yeah, man, like.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. I really respect that 100% that you mentioned that, because I am a stepfather. I mean, I've been in my daughter's life since she was 5. She's 19 now.
See, he was 5.
So right there, then alone, right there, that's my baby girl. You know what I'm saying? So I respect what you mean by that, because I'm showing her the right way of doing things as being there and father her. You know what I'm saying?
You cool with the baby dad?
Well,
I'm not saying
I mean,
y'all go out. I'm just
Nah,
saying.
to be honest with you,
coffee
I
at least?
don't really. Nah, I mean, I don't want to sound fucked up, but I really don't care for the nigga, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just asking.
I'm doing my job.
I got you.
I mean, he left the plate on the table for me. I'm eating, bro.
No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Shit.
You feel me?
He's like, all right.
All right.
All right, we'll take that.
All right. You know what I mean? Okay. Sounds good. Like.
Yeah, you said that you grew up like in a Puerto Rican household. Like, was your stepfather also Puerto Rican too?
No, he's Italian and French Canadian.
Oh wow.
Which is crazy. And my mom is not the Puerto Rican cook. You know what I mean? Like, I come from business entrepreneurs. My grandmother had a bar for 40 years in the South Bronx.
Whoa,
My
God
grandmother
bless.
was an OG. When I tell you an OG, it was like not stories, but the people that I know and what goes on. Like, my grandmother was cool with gang members, and she was cool with Supreme Court justices.
Oh.
Like, so she had the cops. Like, she was.
That's that power right there.
Yo, bro.
That's real power.
Let me tell.
right
I'll tell
there.
you. I'll tell you a little story.
Griselda.
Nah, I'll tell you a little story. Right. So my mom, and this was back in the 50s, right? My grandmother had money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was, hey, out the roof, but my mom had a whip in those times.
I was going to say,
you know
at
what
the
I'm
time,
saying?
yeah.
And she got pulled over. So my mom was like, officer, well, like, why are you pulling me over? He's like, you didn't do anything. I just wanted to see. I get off at 5. You want to have coffee?
Get out of
The
here.
man shot a shot, bro. That was
I'm not mad at it.
I want to see where you're
not
going.
mad at it. So my mom was like, I could take your badge number for this. Like, you're not supposed to do this. He was like, all right. He's like, you're going to be smart. I was just trying to be cool. Let me get your license and registration. Cool. Took the license. My mom was like, he turned, and he was like, Marrero, you're not any relation to Virginia Marrero, are you? And she was like, yeah, that's my mom. Why? He was like, oh, my God.
Oh,
He said, listen, I'm sorry. Please don't tell your mom I'm sorry. Please, she knows the captain. I don't want any problems. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And my mom was like, yo, relax. You know what I'm saying? But that was the type of thing,
That's
like,
fire.
and people watched out for my grandmother. Like, she lived, the bar was on the corner of Longwood and Southern Boulevard, and she lived on Southern Boulevard. And there was another story where a woman, like my grandmother was walking, she would bring the bag of bread, bread, the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every night, so she would walk. It was literally just like a half a block. One of her friends called Virginia. You know what I mean? So she called her across the street. She was like, what's the matter? She was like, no, I just want to call you because, I see there was like a gang of dudes following it, that following you. She was like, yeah, they with me. They're making sure I'm good. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So that was what that was. You know what I mean? So independent, like, there's a bunch of stories. My grandmother, like, she passed away. She's everywhere.
God bless.
Like, she passed away 21 years ago, and I speak to her every single day. I'm very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So that is what my foundation is. My mom had a business, you know what I'm saying? That's how I got into business and all of those type of things. So it's like my step-pops is a cook.
Okay.
Like, not as a profession, he might as well be.
I mean,
But
shit.
that's who cooked. My mom was a businesswoman.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? She stepped in shit. Because she got with a guy that cooks. Like, that's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And, again, he was also an entrepreneur. So
I was about
it's
to
like,
ask you that too.
yeah, so it was like that was my life, seeing that. Whereas going back to my biological, he grew up in Harlem. He was great, bad neighborhood, went to college, got his master's, stayed at a company for some odd years, 20-something years, retired. Like, he did the
American dream.
He did the prototypical American dream.
Yeah.
I'm retired, vacation home,
He
and
beat
I
the
moved
odds.
there. Yeah, all of that. And I respect that. I was just cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, this is me. Again, you can understand when you understand where someone's from. It's like, of course you can understand it. You have black sheep that are, just different than the norm. But this is what I've been in business settings since I was 8. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
once
that
we
was
hit
at
the age.
6:37. I'm sorry, I got you.
That was that.
Yeah.
That, bro. Like,
I love it. I love it.
My stepbrother's name is Josh. That's why I got
I love it.
Oh my God.
Like, I was a good kid, right?
Yeah.
I was a good student. I was in sports. I gave up a baseball scholarship for a female, which is not my wife. Different story, right? But the thing is that my whole life I was told, be like your father. Like, not my stepfather, like, be like your father.
Okay.
Look, because the entrepreneur is this, and their struggle. Like, I didn't grow up with, like, bread.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a struggle.
Right.
So I always was told that. And then it got to a point where I went through a real, real hard time, like depression, tried to kill myself type
Really?
shit
Wow.
over a female, the one that I gave up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, I tried to kill myself the wrong way. Stupid.
I don't
Right?
I don't want to laugh. It's just the face.
No,
you put, like, yo.
I'm telling you. Like, the thing is it's crazy, right? And that kind of steered me. I never drank, never did nothing through high school because I was an athlete.
Okay.
And then once that happened, everything fell, and I just didn't care. I started smoking weed. I never smoked, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I never drank. I didn't really drink until after I started smoking weed first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was, I was a dancer in a group. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when I went to college for 15 minutes, if that, one semester, and I bounced because I was doing shows and coming to, I was an asshole. But then it just even went further, and I was just, I'm like street shit. You know what I'm saying? And not who I am. Like, I was lost. When I tell you I was lost, like lost. And it was like, thank God I had the foundation, because thank God it was only like a 4-year period. Now, it took a lot longer to bring it back for people to realize that I'm not that anymore. And I still had a hard time with that. But it was like, yo, bro, when I tell you, that's where I went to Arizona. Okay. I had to get out the city. I was like, yo, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, fuck it. I'm going to go over there. So I knew somebody, whatever, went over there. And, bro, I was over there. Welfare, Salvation Army, getting canned food.
Really?
Selling food stamps, 50 cents on the dollar. Like, that's where my ego got, like a whole bunch of shit happened over there.
It was like a humble experience.
Bro, when I tell you humble, because it's like, and this is the thing, it's like prior to that, I lived out of my car. You know what I'm saying? I would steal food. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. I did all of these things, not from a fucking broken home.
I was about to say, I'm thinking about that right now. Like, yeah, man, like, you didn't really experience that. Yeah.
And it's like people will sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't feel bad for you. And I'm not looking for that. It doesn't matter how it happened. Yeah. It happened. Whether I put myself through it or not, it happened. And it made me who I am, and it made me strong, and it delayed a lot of things for me. Yeah. But, bro, it is what it is. Yeah. This is who I am. I've realized who I am, why I'm here. This had to happen at this age for me to be able to spit knowledge and help and just be me. Just be me. But I had to go through all of that shit, because all that, I was going through that shit at your age, bro. I don't want you to go through. I don't want anybody to go through that shit.
And you don't really have the mind to even deal with shit like that at that age, bro.
Like, especially nowadays, everybody fucking depressed. Oh yeah, everybody depressed. Everybody got fucking Xanax and all that, whatever the fucking
for any little thing, bro. That's true.
And it's not even over a girlfriend. It's over somebody stepped on my sneakers, bro. Oh my God, I'm depressed.
Or they blocked me.
Or they blocked me.
Yeah. Why they took me off?
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, my picture, like,
nah, but that's what. But that's today. Like, to me, I'm like, fuck out of here. But to a kid, that's catastrophic.
That's everything.
I don't want to belittle that. It's catastrophic to you. Listen, I can just try to help you not, you know what I'm saying?
Understand why I don't, bother and all that.
Because I could belittle that shit all day. I don't like to belittle that shit, but it's like what like you said, like, it's like, come on, you serious? Like, and I'll joke about it all day long. But it's like, I joke all day, but then, hey, listen, you feel it bad? All right, come on.
The shit is, we understand it though. We came for that time, right? 100%. So we understand it. So they won't understand why we feel that way. But yo, I think again, you had to go through the shit you had to go through to really be in that space. And which that's why I love what time gives. If it took this long, fuck it. Yeah. That's why I can say, fuck it. I'm going day by day, and I'm building day by day knowledge and more and more. And if I had to go through it to get what I know now before, I mean, how can you have gotten that experience?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? So
there's no course, there's no YouTube video for it.
There's none. There's none.
You know what I mean?
There's none.
And you said that we got to go through it, like the failures too. We have to go through that because that's really what makes us who we are.
Yeah, and we're with this thing, this phone and social media, bro. People are too focused. It's crazy to say, but they're too focused on success.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's like, yo, what's your journey? You know what I'm saying? That's the success. I get caught up in it too. You start to see, like I was telling Don and John, I was like, yo, I want to unfollow everybody that I don't rock. Like, if you're not my family, like, but because you don't want to, like, I don't ever want to compare, right? Yeah. That's why I understand music artists, like, yo, I didn't fucking listen to the radio or whatever. I didn't listen to nobody. I just want to be in my zone. I don't care about what people are doing. That dude right there, John. Yeah. Really helped it. Remember I was telling y'all 6:30 to 7 conversation that I was telling you that that he really helped us out. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, y'all are y'all.
Yeah.
You don't need, like, there's so much that you have from within, but just we were so busy on the chase and
just
we got what it is, and let's go and let's get busy and do what we, and let's work on this. Yeah. Pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, for real.
Ooh,
so talking about this. Right? Like, so listen, pun was intended. Pun was intended. So how did you come about to build that brand?
So that was So I was in music, right, as a manager, right?
Yeah.
A couple of people trying to get deals, all that type of stuff. And then last artist we had a TV show on Fuse. We had an 8-episode deal. It was an Italian rapper.
Wow. G-Fella.
G-Fella.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was dope. Like, it was a dope experience. I learned a lot. That's what kind of got my love for like the TV aspect of it.
Okay.
Like, I love that. I'm
Okay.
super tight with the EP from the show, the executive producer.
Nice.
And that fell out. Like, there was supposed to be, season 2. Like, that was the thought. Okay,
wow.
we're here.
Okay.
Let's go to the next. And then that fizzled out. Nothing bad, but it was just like, for me, I forgot. So you figure like 10 years ago, so I was going to be 38.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, damn. Like, I thought this was the next.
That was it, yeah.
And then I went through a mild depression because I was like, yo, I worked all this, and now what? You know what I'm saying?
Where I'm going.
And I kind of just focused on baseball. Like, again, I'm a sports guy. Started a baseball team with another parent,
Nice.
coaches, whatever. And then Chicle is my nephew through marriage.
Okay.
And I know Chicle since he was 9,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And at a lot of the, family parties, holidays, or whatever, I would end up speaking to him. We're 20 years apart.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm into hip hop. Like, my wife's family, it's Puerto Rican's family. Like, the hip hop, like, they're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They look like they got that old soul.
You know what I'm
It's like,
saying?
you know what I mean? When I watch, I be like, they look like they have
Yeah.
that.
So we just kind of vibed, right? And then what happened is I was just the uncle that, you know what I
That
mean? Like,
cool
we talk
uncle,
music, we
yeah.
talk hip hop, we do, whatever. Music and hip hop are the same thing. I call it. So what you call it? He was doing what he did videos for his friends. Like, he wanted to shed light on their music.
Okay.
Yeah. The HFMs.
Yeah. And then what happened is that he, in 2017, in January, he was like, yo, I'm going to take this seriously. He started to build, and I was just, uncle.
Right.
Talking, and we would speak, whatever. And then it was in July of 2017, he had done that Duce video, like Melanie was telling me, whatever.
Yes.
And he got invited to go up to the Duce podcast.
Really?
After that, they said, oh, they want you to come back. And they want you to go to, Rock Nation wants you to go to Tidal. They want to talk to you. And I said, you want me to go with you? Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I had been 3 years out
of the business. And all that shit. Yeah.
Walk in, it was different.
Okay.
And I wasn't walking. I was just walking in as
Deal.
100%.
The support. It's moral support.
Then when we got downstairs, and I knew because they wanted to offer him a show, like a web series, and he was like, "Yo, Mike, I had no idea what the fuck they was talking about," and it was nothing for me, and it was literally like,
Oh, so you wasn't in the room with them? You just went.
No, I was in the room.
Oh, you was in the room.
Yeah, and I was talking. That's the thing, is that I was just talking my talk, like it was nothing.
Got you.
And verbatim. It wasn't verbatim, but it was basically like, "Yo, you think you could do this with me?" And from that day,
oh, nice.
I became his manager, and it was, that was July of 2017. I told him, "Yo, I'm not taking no bread. We're not doing nothing. I'm gonna show you what I do." I said, "I know you know me as an uncle. I'm gonna show you what I do as a manager." And then in January, we signed paperwork and did all that shit or whatever. So built Chicle and Melanie, like, they're amazing, right? So it was like, they have somebody that they could trust, you know what I'm saying? And I was handling that. So literally, it was my son and my daughter, right? Fast forward, I meet Don, right? Don had Jufu, who had got his deal off of TikTok. Okay. He had a song called Who Are You? Had like 25 million streams and got his deal with Island Universal off of TikTok.
That's great.
So he had reached out to me because I was doing these videos, these good morning videos or whatever. And then it's funny, we joke about it. He's like, "Yo, he slid in my DM, right?" And I kind of like, he always says like, "Yo, that I dubbed him." And I did it, and I look back, and I was like, "Damn, bro, like."
You left him on red?
No, I was just like, yeah, like, one of those, cool, yeah, now let's see what's up.
You
yesed
him.
Yeah, like, okay. And it's bad, you know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, fast forward, we end up meeting in January of 21. He was like, "Yo, come to the office so we could link or whatever." And it was supposed to be just a regular, like, meeting just to see what we could do. We was there for like 3 hours. I was like, damn, this is a dude that's like me. Like, cares about people, like, been scorned and all that. And then I went to the next day, now mind you, I just met the dude in person.
Yeah.
Right? And I've said this a few times, so it's super pause ahead of time.
Right,
So
I'm about to pull out the whistle, bro.
So I was like, I called Don and I was like, yo, bro, I know we just met. I said, but I was in the shower and I was thinking about it. Right? Right?
Yeah, it's different.
I said, because the shower is my office, and I just think.
I say that shit all the time,
and
bro.
I just think.
I hit them up with that shit. I was like, bro, I was just thinking the showers. Yeah. And I was saying to him, you're the best thing we did to put him on this. I was just talking that shit. Like,
Yeah,
man,
bro, that's
shit,
it. That's
bro.
the thing.
That's
That's the
funny
thing.
shit.
So I was like, yo, we should form like some sort of coalition.
Okay.
Let's call it This Group. It's going to stand for trust, honesty, integrity, and success. And he immediately was like, I'm with it. He's like, yo, I got my guy in Atlanta. I was like, yo, I got a guy in L.A. And it was really to try to build this black and brown coalition of managers. That's how it started. And we had about 6 that were down.
Okay.
Right? But then, you know, it kind of fizzled, and me and Don were the ones that really saw it, lost people aside, you know, friends that I had for years. Like, there was a lot of stuff, and we just kept going. And then it built organically. We ended up getting the space that we call This Space NYC in Astoria.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We built that. You know, we didn't build it physically. We built walls physically, but there was, you know, we have that. And then it turned into, you know, other clients started coming around, like through word of mouth. You know, like Ken Stars. I knew him through Chicle, Ken and Commodore. I had liked and I was fans of, and I never wanted to do anything because I didn't have the bandwidth myself.
Okay.
But now that I had a partner, I was like, oh shit. And at the beginning, it was like we had 6, and it was, you know, we never got to that point where it's like, hey, I got John like as a talent, and I want, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But actually, Devontae Magic was probably the first person we signed, and then Ken and Commodore signed the same day, and then it kind of
started growing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
I see
growing,
that, yeah.
growing, and it was like literally, I say, hey, I had a son and daughter, Chicle Maleni, he had a son, Jufu, and we had all these kids together.
Yeah.
like
But
a
it's
whole
really like a
family tree.
family atmosphere, and then it turned into everything was organic, turned into a marketing agency, because what happened was that brands were starting to be like, yo, Mike, who else you got? Yo, Don, who else you got? And then it was like, okay, we have campaign, we have idea, or we could do that. You know what I'm saying? It
That's
started to
fire.
build like that. And then the media side happened. And we got the show with Revolt for Ken. And now we have a podcast network of like 13. I think we're about to have 3 more. And it just
13 acts,
pods.
13 pods.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and it just built organically.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yo, we can't do this by ourselves, right? Got our guy Rick H. I don't know if you've seen it. Says the Rick H show.
Yes.
He's the one that heads our pods,
Okay.
like as far as on like the business side for
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
And then we have Gaba, who's like our creative director and handles. He's like head of production. Yeah, Gaba's do that. And then you have John. John's our COO, and he fucking organizes the fuck out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really building. We have Chastity, who does publicity for us. We just got Mikey, Ed. Like, we're just building.
That's fire.
We're just building this, and it has to be like, you got to have the same morals and values, because we'll tell you, you could get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because what we're building is something very different. Like you heard when I said about not just my family.
Yeah.
But yo, we starting from the ground up. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been named boutique this, boutique that. Like, y'all are like this, y'all. But people fuck with us because of our energy and who we are, because we actually care
Yeah.
about the creator. We don't look at them as just, you know, dollar signs
was
or
about to say,
percentages.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I've
Yeah.
said this before too. We look at them as the new hip hop, right? Like, when hip hop started, once people started, there was money, they were taking advantage of them.
That's a fact.
And that's what's happening with influencers, content creators. The difference is that me and Don and other people, we've seen what they did.
yeah.
You're not doing that over here.
Yeah.
So that's where we stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a different world now than back then. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole other conversation. But
Yeah.
we've really built it. That trust, honesty, integrity, success.
I
That is
stand
all
by it.
you need to know. When we say it's all about this, literally, trust, honesty, integrity.
Yeah.
And that leads to success. And that's everything, bro. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So now we're learning to brand that. Like, that's why the pod came about.
Okay.
Like Cheeks gave us that name too.
Focus on the Stars.
Focus on the Stars and the idea to do a pod.
Okay.
And now we're doing that to brand like, hey, okay, we see the Globe, we see this group, cool. Who is that? We know the influencers, but who is that? And it's like, okay, now that's where Don and I had to come in front of the camera, and now you get to know. Like I was doing the good morning shit.
Nobody knew who. Right.
I was just doing it for anybody. If it helped one person, it was great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now it makes sense. Like I had said, in 2024, I'm probably gonna bring it back. Like I've been doing it now, but
you got a few of them up right now.
Yeah. Because I'm getting into a group, but I did that straight for 3 years, every single fucking day, Monday to Friday. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now it makes more sense to bring it back. True. Because anything that we do now is this group. So now when I post, if you notice, I'll have this group and this podcast network tagged. Yeah. And I'm gonna take that play out of 50's book. Yeah. Because 50, everything is Branson, you know what I'm saying? Like and it makes sense. So it's like, me being here is Don being here. Don being somewhere is me being there. John being somewhere is us being there. Like all of that. Yeah. And it's gonna build and it's gonna continue to build out because we literally had a launch. It was launched publicly. We were doing our thing last year, bro.
Wow.
September 22, the Empire State Building I was telling you about.
I jump on for that, man. Like, definitely jump on for that.
Yeah, bro. So it's just,
And it just started with 6 of y'all, and look, only 2 of y'all are actually steering the boat. That's literally like
it was God's plan, bro. It was God's plan, bro.
Yeah, but John's steering the boat.
Hey, listen.
But going back to the good mornings, right? Because I seen you got a couple a lot of heavy hitter quotes. So I wanted to do like a little Q&A with you, right?
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm gonna say some quotes, right? And you gonna let me know which one is your favorite.
The favorite is that you wrote it and it's not on your phone.
Well, I'm saying that's the favorite. Write this shit down.
Fire. That's fine. You an old soul using pens and shit.
I got to. So I'm gonna start with the first one, right? This is always keep your eyes open. You'll never know where you will get inspiration from. Even in the dark, your eyes will adjust.
100%.
That's the first one, right? The second one is I like to surround myself.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Do you want?
No, I'm gonna say all of them.
Oh, you want to say all of them?
Yeah,
then go back to it.
Yeah, you gotta choose which one.
Oh, I gotta choose.
You gotta choose which one.
Favorite one?
Yeah, and why?
I got you.
Which one's your favorite one and why?
Oh, I thought you were gonna explain why he put those up.
It was a game, Josh. You didn't tell me it was a game, bro.
I got here half an hour late, bro.
Josh, I didn't know it was a game either.
Got me on guard.
Too, nigga. I'm over here like, where?
We playing games now? We got a sponsor? What game is that?
Sponsored by Mike's Success. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, right? So the second one is I like to surround myself with great talent so I can use my skills to help move that talent forward. Third one is we do a lot of doing.
That's super poor.
The last one right here.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
It is. The last one's my favorite one, though. I ain't gonna lie. This shit could have been like a bar or something in the song. It says, I didn't turn my clocks back so I could stay around, so I could stay ahead of people.
Yeah, 100%.
That was my favorort one, so.
I got bars, bro. I come up with a bar every 3 years.
I like
that. I gotta get a publishing company. Y'all got one bar for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Don't take the bars, man. Like,
yes, I like my pickup.
I like the first one. I like the first one.
I was gonna say of those, I would say that my favorite is the first one because you have to think about it, and it's like, people think about shit in the dark, right? And it's like when darkness, it's darkness. It's like, but when I say open up your eyes, and clearly I'm using science as far as because, when you go into a bright room, your eyes adjust to wherever you're at. And you can see why are you in this darkness? You got to be able to see. And it's very difficult because you're dealing with darkness. Yeah. It's hard to be like, oh, this is why I lost my job today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, but you got to have a circle around you too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things like a lot of people, and another thing that I say is people mature physically. You know what I'm saying? Like their bodies grow.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Your mind don't. That's up to you.
If you don't, right. You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, right. So it's like you could be 45 years old and still 18-year-old mentality.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's these little things, and it's like saying this from somebody that got a Yankee fitted on tilt You know what I'm saying? Like,
talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to know, like, I'm just an older version of you, and I'll keep talking to you because you the younger one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not disrespectful. You the young one. You the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I sit there and like Chile is one of my best friends. And I'm 20 years older than this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 29 or whatever. Literally, you know, it's like, yo, we got to do that. We got to help. More people got to do that and let people know. Use this platform to help people and help our community. That's the whole thing of what we got. Like, even me and Don, we have like a whole education stuff. We literally had a conversation today. I'm like, yo, we have a whole deck for an education platform.
That's what's up.
And it's something so minuscule that we're not pushing forward literally to do, and then we can move with that. I'm like, yo, we got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, John, I forgot I got to put that. I literally forgot. But I was talking to him, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I like people to think, you know, positivity doesn't sell, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is.
I was just going to say that it's still good to push that, like, that positivity, though, to actually, so people could see that we trying to make that change.
Yeah.
And we trying to spread that message for real. So that's really good. And that's why I fuck with like everything that like platforms that y'all doing, because it's really for the culture. And it's like we coming from New York, so we really gotta just keep pushing and just keep pushing.
100%.
And I like the educational part too, because I heard you say it on the pod too. Like y'all are building those I guess those hubs pretty much of education of doing creating content, whatever the case is, right? To help your brand, build your brand up, and that's dope, because that's like all fucking what they say, all in one shop. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those shop places you go to, you got all in one in there. Which, hey, that's an empire right there, man.
And it's not so much about the I mean, the brand, yes, you know what I mean, and the brand is something we can stand on. It's a brand that, you know, when you sit anybody that we sell, hey, this trust, honesty, integrity, success. 9 times out of 10, it's like, damn, because that's lacking out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's to build that and to teach and to help the next level of, because this, especially this creator economy, you don't realize this shit ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact.
And you don't have to be the one on the screen. Don's always like, yo, there's a whole bunch of shit behind the screen. And that's what we want to focus on. Like, clearly we have, you know, we know what we know right now, and it's like, we want to be able to put courses so that people can know how to become, not the corny courses, not corny shit. Like, because that's the thing. You can see how to be an influencer, and that's great, how to be a manager. But it's so cookie cutter, and people don't talk about the real shit. And that's what we trying to do, and bring that kind of urban culture to it, but to make sure that, you know, you can hear what I'm saying. I've broken down marketing plans to dudes in the projects in drug terms, so that they can understand. Like, people don't understand. I'm like, yo, like, what you mean? I'm like, yo, look, check this out. Boom, 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 boom. You got this word, cut it, boom, boom, do this, right? Oh, shit.
It's the same thing.
That's what it's
the same thing.
That's
Literally.
That's it. You know what I mean? So
because even with the way that you guys use this space, right? Yeah, opening up windows and doors for people to even peep through and go through, to use their talent that they're using on social media to let the world know, like, yo, I'm a funny dude, but I do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I look at the videos on this space, the way y'all got that set up, I would love to go pay a visit one day.
See.
I won't be late.
Yo, that's it. You gotta tell them a half hour before gotta see.
But the way that you got it all set up is cool, because the way you and Don got your podcast, y'all turn it the other way instead of actually using the cube itself. That's different. Yeah. So when I seen that, I was like, wait a minute, but they got a booth. But y'all turned the camera the other way, and you can see the rawness of the background.
Because those are set up. Like, now, it used to be white, and then you had the green screen, but then we painted. I'd say we, like, Chicle was because he's very involved in the network, right? Sure. And he was like, yo, I want to have this like this, whatever. So we, you know, split it. And now that's 2 sets for people. Everybody has their different set.
He did say that. He did say that.
So Cheeks, he's in the pod room. There's a room that we built, and that's literally like his that he rocks with. Then we have like the lobby, but then you have this space with the graffiti. That's Commodore's background. And then you have 2. You got Rick and Rachel. John actually has a pod, and he has his set up in the white this way. And then when people have guests, more than 2 people, they can use the white. It's all multi-faceted. And there's a door like this that you could bring a whip in. We just had Jacina just started her pod with us, the Pull Up Show it's called.
Okay.
And she pulls up in a Sprinter and does her pod like that.
Oh, I see.
So we brought the Sprinter inside prior to doing all the renovation like that, and we did the intro that if you see and follow her, you'll see like that the Sprinter was brought into this space, and that's when we did everything.
That's fire.
Yeah,
nice. I did see that. I did see her promo thing.
Yeah,
I seen a lot of spaces like they have those type what you were saying right there, like just spots, cubicles, or just rooms for different creative content, which is fire, bro.
Yeah, and we don't peer space it out. It's just for our talent.
That's fire.
Like, because we don't want
useless talent.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you figure somebody comes in, yo, can I shoot? And it's you're all about whatever the bread is, and then Chicle comes in, and now this dude wants you to, yo, Cheeks, yo, I got my shirt. Can you, you know what I mean? Like, yo, they here to create. You know what I'm saying? We'll rent it out to brands and campaign. Like, if it's somebody that we know and be like, yo, hey, such and such brand wants to. All right, that's a different story because it's more controlled. Yeah. But this ain't no free for all. Where
you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that because he did show the studio booth that you got in the lobby.
Yeah.
I seen that, so I was gonna ask, did you guys let people just randomly pop up and like, yo, let me spit a quick 16?
Nah.
Yo, Chico, I got something for you.
Hell no, that's the thing. I got a love-hate with music.
Okay.
I let that. I always say that's aisle 7. That's Don. Because Don used to be in A&R. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he was. We always talk about that. I was like, yo, I was always trying to get in the building, and you were in the building. You know what I'm saying? And, the music, and there's a love. Like I said, I love marketing it. I love all that. I just hate I told you I'm bougie now. I don't want. Listen, I ain't going to no fucking listening. Nah, B. I'm not. I don't care who's there. Yeah. Yo, I better be. I don't want. Bro, I've been in it already. I'm definitely not bringing my wife to no shit like that. Like a bunch of B. I'm good.
Thirsty ass.
I'm good, B.
Like,
I'm like the music. I love it. Like I said, because I started as dancer. Music is like in my blood, right?
Yeah.
If I don't want to be in the studio for 8 hours, I'll come. Oh, sounds fire. All right, y'all. I see y'all later. I'm not gonna be here, niggas smoking all day.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is that it's learning to do that, and that's taking time away. Like I don't want to say it's a waste of time. I just can put my time and do other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I'm doing anything, it has to be worth it because I'm taking time away from my kid and my wife. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
So just building out and just trying to do it the right way and not being too much of a dick.
I mean, hey, listen, sometimes we have to.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to. So before we, so you say you was a dancer. What kind of dancer were you?
Break dancer, and then I don't know if you remember, like, I don't know what your audience demo is. Look up Big Daddy Kane.
We got it.
So
our age.
So Scoob and Scrap. That was the type of dancer. Like, I was the dude, boom, over.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, I don't know if you see my post recently, my man.
I was just gonna say that, but I knew you had something.
I was still doing a little something. Go to an old school party.
How would the party you went to? Right?
Yeah, bro, like that. And I told him, I had told him, I was like, yo, John, like, it's crazy, like, being here is like therapy for me. Yeah. Because when I was young, I always used to be like, yo, I gotta go out. We gotta go out. Okay. I didn't care about the chicks. It was like, I just needed to dance. It was like a release. And I don't get to do that a lot. So this is like I clearly like music today, right? But this is like brings me back. And I'm able to just be there without having,
except Drake's album though.
It's like, it's like I don't have to have my business hat on.
Yeah.
I can just be there, and I can. If I hear a song I like, I can start dancing. Dance. If I want to have a drink, I can, because a lot of times it's like I'm this, Yeah. Oh, yo, he good. Yo, he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Like more about business and not.
Yeah, it's all business and that. I get to relate, and it's just literally like therapy for me. Yeah. So I get to,
When we see him dance, I said it was like, yo, he likes to dance, bro. Like,
I like to dance too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think we all should. Like, why wouldn't we want to fucking dance? People just want to stay just in the corner.
Right, just me mugging everybody. Like, stop,
not me.
Nah, but would you say like being on G thing, right? Would you say like that gave you like the right tools to like have now to like start building what you're doing now? Or that show, like I said, I learned a lot, right? Because I went into that show as manager of artists. Okay.
And I was like, show is going to equal more looks for the artists, more sales. That's how I looked at it. And then the executive producer, like I said, who I got really cool with, her name is Paulina. She's awesome. We had a conversation because I said, yo, how come we're not doing, like, how come he's not in the booth? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see that. She was like, Mike, I understand that. I understand that from your perspective, that's what you want, and I get it. Got to understand, Fuse put a lot of money here to give a show. We have to give a show. Okay. So it was two separate things, and I understood it. So that helped me now moving forward, and that helped me even in the process with negotiating with Revolt, and then talking to Ken and being like, yo, I know this is certain things, but there's a show that we have to, that's what it is. We can't continuously just think about internal.
Right.
It's a show. You know what I mean?
Different.
So that's, I love that. Like, so anything media that comes, like if we're talking about TV and stuff like that, I kind of like, that's kind of my forte. Everybody gets involved, but it's like, if it's music, I get involved, but that's Don.
Somebody else got more passionate.
That's Don. Don likes going into the studio.
Yeah,
like he's like, yo, I like to get back into my A&R bag. Yo, God bless. Yeah. Like my brother Vic says, God bless. You know what I'm saying? But it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It really, really works as far as
it puts you on different places, which y'all could get more done.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Me being here, like ideally, hey, I would love to be on a pod or doing something. Don on a pod doing something. John could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we're building it out, because if we're all together, it only happens, once. Yeah. Right. You only hear it once when you could work efficient and you could be in different places.
I like how you put that, because the other day we were actually having a meeting here, and I asked the question, or one of us asked the question, if we were told to go on a podcast, would you go alone? I said I wouldn't. But the way that you broke that down, it actually opened up my eyes. Like, you know what? You're right. If I can go on one and represent everyone,
100%.
He can go on one and represent all of us.
100%.
Same thing with him and represent all of us. It's true. Like, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what?
But I understand why you said that, because it's like, it's the loyalty. It's like, nah, I don't want to do anything without my team.
Yeah.
I get that. But that was the thing. Even me and Don, like, we had it was difficult in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
Because especially when you're scorned, and I'm talking about from the management side.
Okay.
You want to make sure you're everywhere, because you don't want to get cut out. You don't want somebody to say, oh, you don't want that. So you kind of feel, I got to be that. Oh, you going? Okay. Where we going? Oh, you didn't tell me? You know what I'm saying? And it was difficult because it's still too new.
Still building the trust and all that.
Exactly. And then it was like, yo, like that weekend that happened, O-Blocks is another one of our guys, bike guy. He had a collab with Ethica at Foot Locker, and Don was there. I had to go down to Atlanta to Revolt World with Ken.
Oh, shit.
You can't both be like in a situation like that.
You got to separate, yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta do that. So it's like, once you learn and you have the trust there, I understand how difficult it is, but it's like, that's how you got to grow like that.
Yeah, nah, Now you're right.
He's catching himself. Now he got his own safety net, yo.
I'm waiting to push that button, bro. It's not coming out, bro. Every time I say something, pause. Yeah, you got me there. Fuck, man. You got me.
Shit.
No, for real, because a lot of people done got caught with that button, too.
Yeah.
Listen, my pod, I said it. I am the pause patrol. Because one of the dudes that shoot with us, John, I'm like, damn. I be saying some shit sometimes. I be like, yo, that's crazy.
We don't think about it. We older, we like, but then these younger be like, damn, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
I say
man?
it just because it's fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it really is just fun.
It's fun. What's crazy is my mom. Check this out.
Don't tell your mom that.
No. So my mom,
my
mom goes, hey, I was watching. She watches every single one of my pods.
Nice.
She's like the biggest fan. My mom is great.
That's what's up.
Right. So she goes, yeah, and I saw another video the other day, and I saw them saying pause, and I was like, they got that from Mike and Don. And I was like, man, this has been decades. It ain't us.
Only the moms love. That's all they see, man. That's all they see.
Shout out to mommies.
Word.
That's fine.
But that's what's up, though. Your wife, congratulations.
Yes, congrats.
Bro, I'm so proud of my wife, bro.
Yo, because the other day I was talking to one of my coworkers, and the homeboy said, yo, Tito's brand is like the top shelf.
Yeah, and she's with the distributor. So she's with Southern, which is the biggest distributor of liquor in the nation. Oof. And Tito's is her, like, that's her, who she's going to be working for. She's been working with Tito's through an agency before, and it's just like, when I tell you being proud is like an understatement. Like, when I get proud, like, I get emotional because I like to see the people that I love doing what they love, right? And I've never wanted my wife to be, oh, that's Mike's wife. I wanted you to be Michelle. I want to be Michelle's husband.
Okay.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Fire.
I want
I
to have that balance. You know what I'm saying? Because
true.
I don't need you to just like you're not you're you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're my plus one. I want to be your plus one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have an energy that I can take over certain things sometimes. But my wife isn't made like my wife is great until she knows you, because my wife is like my security too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my wife is no joke.
Yeah, they all like
My
that.
wife is no joke.
They all like that.
Yeah, bro, she's no joke. And we're connected on a spiritual level that people will not understand. But the thing is that she literally manifested this job. I watched her, the years that she put in, as far as she did an event with Tito's. She put a picture up like that she got from a golf event that she was at with Tito's, and she was like, yo, I want to work for them one day. You know what I'm saying? And she was still doing like kind of the outs, like like the independent kind of, and she took, this was her third interview. She applied for one interview, one position. She didn't get it. Another one, she didn't get it. And this one, and this was the best one.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God's plan, man.
And now she was like, damn, remember how I was upset that I didn't get it? Yo, man, I'm super. I'm still telling her, and I'll tell you again, babe. I'm super proud of you. I love you like crazy.
That's what's
You know what I'm
up.
That's
saying?
major too. That's major for her.
She's killing it.
No, you expressed it too when on the post. You expressed it like, yo, listen, I'm super proud. Like, it was dope that you expressed that, man, because people feel threatened. Some people feel threatened when that type of shit come out, and a man wouldn't want to like, you ain't gonna to shine, pretty much, right? Which is egotistic, man. Like, we are a reflection of each other. So if I'm winning, I want you to win. I need you to win.
Yeah,
you know.
But
what
some
I'm saying?
people be fronting with that shit.
They
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
They be fronting.
You could tell.
With
You
their
could tell
mannerism.
too, yep.
Yeah, the
Bro, it's-
mannerism takes
Which is
over.
corny. Again, it's
like,
corny.
like
Stop being a bitch, man.
for me, if you see on my IG, first thing is R.I.P. Tata.
Yeah.
Then you see husband too,
Mm-hmm.
my wife, and then dad, and then comes the business.
Yeah.
Family comes first.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. That's
it.
what it is. You know what I'm saying?
In this generation now, on the place we in now, it's not even this generation. The place we in now, the world we in now, it's like everybody's in competition, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is a partner. Like, you in competition with your own partner, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst, man.
That's the sad part about most businesses nowadays. I mean, I've gotten into a business before, and I wouldn't say it was about the competition. It was more of an ego thing.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah,
That kills every single business.
Yeah, and the individual's ego was more like, I built this. I don't have to give up enough. So I'm like, damn, dude, like that's it. You ain't gonna do enough more to help us grow. So I was like, you know what, I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah.
And I just left. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I just dropped out of it.
Yeah, B. You got to just do what you got to do. And when you find the right people, that's why, like, we had interviewed Carl Brown, who's one of the founders of Fubu, right? And that's my guy. And at the end of the pod, it was crazy. Like, and this is, like, things like this is that show that it's not just talk. Like, Don is my brother. Like, we're connected, for real, for real. And Carl's known me for a while. And at the end of the pod, he was like, yo, Mike, I'm proud of you. I'm happy. I've seen what you've went through. And it's like you finally found, your guy, right?
Yeah.
Which was super pause. But but the thing was
I don't even reach for I don't even say no guys. I'm intrigued by the conversation. I'm like, so what he says, I was like, all right, let's keep talking, bro.
Nah, but the thing was that he was like, because he grew up with Damon, 8 years old. He was like, I was with them early. You happen to find it later. It don't matter. Don't let anything get in the way. And that's the thing. For us, money has nothing. Like, that's the least thing. Like, there's no ego. Like I was talking to y'all earlier. There's a certain situation. I could bring Don in. We could do this, this pod here. Cool relationship. Now we have a relationship, right? Don comes in. Let's just say you meet him and y'all vibe with Don.
Yeah.
And let's just say we're doing some sort of bit. It don't matter. I'll tell Don, yo, bro, you run point on this. It don't matter that I met for. We just doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Same
that's
pot.
what happens is that ego. Nah. I got make sure that's me. Call me and make sure that I'm there. Nah, I don't want them.
Yeah, for what?
What are you doing? If you can't trust your partner, then what are you there for?
And honestly,
Business and personal.
Yeah, sometimes and that's true. And sometimes you don't want to do shit everything yourself either. Like, that's another thing we gotta let go too. Like, yo, if you nigga handle that shit, bro.
Now
Like,
you do until you can't, and that's
Correct.
because that's
Correct.
what happened. It's like you want to do everything.
right. Once it gets
Because
overwhelmed
you don't,
after that.
and again, over the years you get burned and scorned, and you want to build. I'm a team guy.
Yeah.
right? Like I'm a super team guy. Like, and I want players on the like, bro. You come to the spot, I'll be vacuuming. It doesn't matter. CEO, I don't give a fuck. Those titles don't mean shit when you're here. Outside, yes, of course. Because if you're talking to the CEO, you know that dude can make the decision. If you're talking to the fucking janitor, it doesn't. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But internally, it don't matter. We all together. But the thing is, it's a team aspect, right? Like for me, as much as possible, when I look for partnerships or working with people, I look for there's like 3 things that I look for. You don't have to have them all, but when you do, you have one, and if you have 3, I can fuck with you for real.
Yeah.
One is, are you married or in a long-term relationship? Because that shows commitment.
Okay.
Do you have a child?
That's true.
Right? Because that shows that you live for something other than yourself. Okay. Have you ever played team sports? Because that shows that you're able to work. Now, those 3 things sit there, and it's like, yo, okay. And again, it's funny. I tell people, and then some people are like, oh, I didn't play. I'm like, nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that those are values that I just see. From my standpoint, you can have none of them, and we can still have a great relationship. I'm just saying that's, you know.
Yeah, but it's something you look for, like, which is not wrong with that. Right. You know what I mean? That's just the way I intellect things. Like, all right, cool. He got... All right, now we could do that. Yeah. So fuck
cool.
shit.
I will ask those questions during the zombie apocalypse, though. I'll be honest with
you. Yo, nah, that's fucking hilarious.
That's what's up, though, man. That's what's up.
I wanted to ask you too, because you had posted on your story, and you was like, you asked the question. It was does money always involve in business? And I just wanted to know your opinion on it, because I think I said, I think like
the contracts.
Yeah. Does contract always involve money with business?
Yeah. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But then, you know, that I was just trying to see where people were at.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely need contracts in certain situations, but then there's situations, like I said, it's not an all or nothing. There's certain scenarios. Now, listen, if you're talking about big bread, you have to have a contract.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But there's certain situations where, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at the beginning for us, we didn't have contracts, like, for talent. We were like, yo, we gonna...
Oh, yeah, just rocking with them, just like...
We gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do, like, a 90-day period. Let's see.
Okay. Which that's
pretty because cool. I'm not gonna lock you into anything.
That you don't feel comfortable.
Right? So now what we do a lot of times is if we think about managing somebody, is we give them a non-exclusive agreement because there's been situations that we've gotten burned before, but we don't want to lock people in. Like I always say, it's like managers got a ill name. You know what I'm saying? And they're real snaky and shisty, and it's like...
Do it all for the money.
Yeah, and it's like, I meet you somewhere. It doesn't matter. Conference, whatever. You're talent. I think you're dope. We hit it off. Yo, cool. Just met. Yo, sign this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because you're going to be like, yo, what the fuck? It's like, same thing. You imagine you met somebody, a chick at the bar or whatever.
Yeah. And
y'all hit it off. And she's like, all right, come live with me.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, hold on a second. I don't even know you.
Yeah, word.
Right? So that's why we kind of be like, let's see, because I don't know if I'm going to want to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for us, with management, that's a lot more thorough than non-exclusive.
Sure.
Like, because we represent and then we manage. Representation is just non-exclusive, and hey, we have something, we'll call you. We just got to legally be able to say we can represent you. Management is... You come into, we got to sit down. What's your real name?
Yeah.
What are you about? I don't care about your following. Nobody cares about that for us. We don't give a fuck. Who are you? Are you a good person? You know what I mean? And we really build things out now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we really created this, especially with the help of John, this resource center aspect of it where, hey, you come to this group. You get, here, look, welcome. This is what we do. Hey, this is our partner for health insurance. This is our partner for financial literacy. Here's our help if you need to form a business entity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do to make sure, because we care about not just us. Yeah. There's a lot of things that we do that's unconventional that people think we're fucking crazy, and it's like, oh, why don't you just... why don't you just shut the fuck up?
It works for me. It works for me.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, we call those dispatches.
Yeah,
people who just want to talk shit from the back and try to tell you what to do.
It's funny. I had a quote that I was like, yo, there's a bunch of dudes out here should be sportscasters because they talk a real good game.
That's a good one.
That's one of those heavy hitters again.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Infamous Mike.
Nah, they really do though. They definitely really do because they fucking too much, bro.
OD, man. But you saying the Stone, you and Dom and John here, man. Yeah, I love the way y'all got that going, man. For real, that's dope. The whole mindset. I didn't even know that some people do that within business and set up a little section. Come see where we can show y'all what we got, like as far as financial literacy.
Yeah, we literally just started that because, like I said, John was like, we really, again, we've cared about people, right? Mm-hmm. And the ideas have been kind of like, hey, we should do this, and John was like, yo, let's have something like this is what y'all really are about. Like, let's put this together. And he connected us with we got on the phone with the health insurance guy. He actually connected me with the financial literacy guy, like that I knew from through him. And the same thing, the entity guy. It was like all his resources, and it was like, yo, because this shows value. What's the value that we bring as well? Because that's who we are. We're never about we're never about it in what's in it for me. We're like, what's in it for us?
Right.
Because sometimes things don't make sense.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
I just know where we lead with, helping hands.
Yeah.
That space was built for everyone else. Me and Don just started shooting our pod in September. That was a year later. We didn't build that for us.
Yeah. You didn't go with the mindset of that.
100%. You know what I'm saying? So, we're just trying to change the game like that. We always say we're trying to just bring good business back to business. We're not take money under the table type dudes, and we get a percentage. You know what I mean? And
like anybody. I mean, as you should. Like,
that's just
everybody got a job.
It's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
It's just what it is. I've had people, reach out to me individually. Yo, how much does it cost to manage me? Like, yo, dude, if somebody's asking you for a cost, bro, that's not management.
It really is. That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
That's
basically just fucking selling your soul.
Yeah. You can consult. But if somebody's saying, yeah, I can manage you, you got to give me a retain.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. You my lawyer now? Like,
bro, they
gotta retain you now? Like,
they getting that role misconstrued. Like, nah, bro, it's not how it works.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand what it is, and
But this is why the education that you teach, is valid, bro. Like, it's needed.
Yeah.
Because people that are just started to do all this extra, they don't understand it, and then they get caught up with a fucking vulture.
But that's the thing too. We're I don't know how we've spoken about it. We're gonna do something almost like a negotiations on demand. Like, literally, like, you're not signed to us, but if you need us, because a lot of people out here just don't have people that can talk that talk and that they're comfortable with. And we can sit here and be like, yo, holla at us. If you need us to negotiate a deal for you because you don't feel like you can or have the knowledge, hey, we'll tell you what the percentage is. And then after that, yo, go do the other 25 deals you want.
I like that.
But it's just, again, it's helping.
I like that.
Right?
Like
you know what I'm saying? So,
which I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's good marketing too, man. Like,
no, 100%.
That's great marketing right there, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you, this guy, that's the Wizard of Oz right there, bro. He the Wizard of Oz.
That's fucking super marketing, bro. Because it's true. Yo,
crazy.
You need my representation? Cool. Get you this deal. You gonna like what my shit is.
But that's the thing. It's literally like what we speak about. Me, him, and Don speak a lot about this, and it's just like, yo, we literally have conversations about, yo, how can we help? Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because again, it's the push-pull. We ain't pulling nobody anymore. We gonna push and we gonna help. How do we help and give value to the community?
Yeah.
How do we do that and still be businessmen so that we can sit there and be those examples and be like, you don't have to be a dick. You don't got to be a fucking shark. Like, you can be a good shark.
You can be a good shark.
You don't got to be a shark that eats people. You can be a shark. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. Vegetarian or a brontosaurus as I get back in my school bag. You know what I mean? But, it's people are just so caught up in a lot of stuff out here that this thing, as much as I love it, it's like a battle that we have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
Money and all this. Like, another saying I have is like, yo, stop chasing the bag. Just pick up your luggage. That money is for you. When you get luggage, that's yours. Pick that shit up. Stop chasing the money, You know what I'm saying?
I think it'll come. It was just pause. Whoa.
Yeah, see?
That was one right there.
That was right. I think it was just,
I don't know,
pause.
bro. No,
it will come along.
Soon forward, as Don's taught me as a Jamaican. Soon forward. You can't
Soon
say
forward. That says all right.
Soon forward.
Soon come. Soon come. You know what I mean? But you keep doing your work, doing God's work, and that shit, it's gonna be there.
Yeah,
It's gonna be prize for you, man. It is what it's just not thinking about it. It's gonna come. Yo, I'm done with y'all.
Nah, with this nigga here though. It's funny because the work post you put up about work.
Oh, yeah.
And manifestation.
Yeah.
We had a big conversation behind the scenes on that on
Yeah,
DM though about do you really think work? Because Christians believe manifestations is a sin.
Oh yeah, listen.
Christians believe.
Because you're basically going against God's word.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you're manifesting against your word, right? You're manifesting against God's word to think for yourself instead of letting God's work.
I don't agree with
Yeah, listen.
I don't agree with that.
My grandmother in her bar had a sign. Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about politics.
There you go.
And we try that here.
There you go. Thank
But
you.
when you put that up, I was talking to him. I was like, yo, but because I believe in manifestation. I do 100%. But when I mentioned that to somebody that I work with, he's a Christian. And he's like a pastor Christian.
Yeah.
He said, you can't do that. That's against God's word.
But no, that's when you say, no, you can't do that.
Basically, that's what
Because
I
the
told him.
thing is that, and I understand the religion, politics, and being, as I've gotten older, I understand what that is. It's like, it's not just religion. If someone is passionate about something, and religion and politics are usually two things that people are super passionate. You're not changing their mind.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
So,
no.
listen, you want to think, great.
Yeah.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be me. That's all. I'm not going to try to convince you.
Yeah.
I say it with my wife every time. I'm like, yo, baby, let me hold on a second. We're going to argue for what? Whatever I say, do you still believe this? Yes. Okay.
That's it.
So I don't want to be
Yo, and
stressed
that's
out.
most of the arguments too. It's just
Bro, it's just trying to
two back and
convince.
forth. Yeah, just two back
Nah,
and
we
forth. But
good.
you're never
You're
gonna
not
get
convincing
it.
nobody.
That's
You're not
it.
convincing
You
nobody.
gotta agree to
Babe, I love
disagree.
you. I love
Yeah.
you.
That's
Whatever
it.
you want.
And
That's
even when
it.
the
You
day
got
that
it. You
even
got
the
it.
day that you do win, you question yourself like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Did she just mind fuck me?
Yeah.
For real,
It's crazy,
son.
bro. Like,
That's what's up, though.
So, question like, because I was gonna say like obviously you're not a first generation entrepreneur, right? So your kids don't obviously your kids, but you showing them that,
100%.
right? So what does that mean to you to show to be you and show them that?
Everything is a legacy play for us. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Going back to saying like no one in my family has ever done it. My grandmother had a bar for 40 years, which was great. Did she franchise it? Did she go? No, she didn't. That's what we're really trying to do that,
Right.
and we don't necessarily know how.
Oh, okay.
We are just doing. And there's a lot of posts and things that, again, me, him, and Don share with each other. And there's like, it's one of the reels that I saw was like going from, a hustler to a CEO.
Mm.
And from a CEO, or what was the other one? It was like hustle to CEO, founder to CEO, and then CEO.
Yeah, I seen
Like
that.
those are all different when you think about it, because you have that hustler's mentality. It's just like, yo, you just got to go. But then now it's like, okay, well, we can't go. We got to oversee, and now we got to make sure that this is good. And there's so many different things, and it's like showing my kids, like my passion is to make sure that my kids don't ever have to fill out an application if they don't want to.
Facts.
If you want to, go right ahead.
Okay.
I want you to have an opportunity here. Like my son is playing baseball in college, right? His goal is to get drafted, right?
Okay.
Hopefully
God bless.
within the
Yeah.
next 2 years. Like that's the goal.
God bless.
He'll play in fucking Japan. Like that's how he is. He's passionate. But when he's done, let's just say, I always tell him, you go to the league, you're in the Hall of Fame, you play until you're 38 years old. You're 38.
Yeah,
So
you
I
still
want
got a
you
lot
to
of
come
time.
and take over. You know what I'm saying? Because my younger son is more, I always say, you're going to end up managing. Like, so it's Mikey Maddox, and I have an older one, MJ. But I always tell Mikey, I'm like, yo, you're going to end up managing Maddox. Like, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You putting it in there.
Because Maddox
Yeah.
is the rock star. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He came out, you know what I'm saying? He came out fiery. You know
That's
what
the
I mean?
middle child. That's the middle child.
No, that's the little guy.
Oh, the little guy,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Maddox is dope. Maddox is dope. But yeah, this is everything. I'm your role model.
Right.
You can do whatever you want. I just want to create that path for you, so that you don't have to do anything. Like it's hard now because it's like the struggle, right? You want them to. You don't want them to struggle. You want them to learn.
Yeah.
That was
Like-
my next question for you, but go ahead.
I was talking to my son, 13, yesterday. He says, out of nowhere, he's like, yo, Dad, is it like, it's hard to be an adult, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he starts bringing up, like, he's like, you know, there's taxes and then there's this and that. Wow. I said, yeah. I said, this is why you think me and Mama are a pain in the ass. I said, I'm cleaning your room, brushing your teeth. I said, remove cleaning your room, mortgage payment. Word. Right? If you don't clean your room or you don't do something, what happens? Your phone gets taken away. Okay, if you don't pay your mortgage, your house gets taken away. If you don't pay your car gets taken away. These are the things that we're trying to teach you. It's not just about brushing your teeth. Listen, when you have your crib, I don't give a shit if you leave the underwear all over the fucking place.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to learn responsibilities and values because you're just going to remove these things and insert adult things. And I got to make sure that you're right. My job. Right. Mom, yes, but I'm the man. Mm-hmm. Anything that happens, my son, like I said, he's fiery, right? So something's happened in elementary school. The coach, he said something, rolled his eyes at the coach or something like that. What happens? I go to the school. Okay. He's 7 years old. He don't know. Right. But I go, and the coach knows me from my older son. Like, listen, I had to come. He's like, no, Mr. Rodriguez, you don't have to come. I was like, no, you got to understand. This is not being taught at home. Right. So as the man of the house, I want to come and apologize to you because that's not how he's being raised, and I'll handle it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to fucking beat his ass. But he's going to know that this is not, because he'll tell me, he's like, my son told me, Matt, the little one, he was like, this was like 2 years ago. He's like, Dad, you're like Kobe. I was like, what you mean? He's like, you have Mamba mentality. Like, you're always positive. Everything is, and I love that. He's like, we go into places and people just smile at you. And I said, that's energy. Yeah. When you bring that, you got to understand that. You can't write, you just know it. It's like the it factor. I'm not saying I have the it factor. It's when somebody has it, you're like, yo, I don't know what it is about this. You know what I'm saying? Like or talent, you be like, yo, this dude, yo, he got it or she got it. When you have that energy and you walk in the room, it's infectious and people be like, yo, I like that.
Gravitate.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're showing that to him.
100%.
All it's going to be when he grows up, you're going to have that same it factor.
He could body it. And
maybe more than what it is, right? So
Maddox could body it.
He's gonna be like a Super Saiyan you, bro. I'm telling
you.
Yeah,
bro.
Supercharged.
That's fire. That's dope. And I ask that because some people get caught up on just on them only them. Worry about the self and don't care about what's around them.
That's why I ask if you have a kid.
Yeah,
because you live for something other than
yourself.
There
you go. You're right.
You know what I mean? You don't be so, and it's okay to be selfish. I always say I'm positively selfish.
I think you have to be at some point.
I'm learning to be positively selfish. Right. Because selfish is a bad word. Right?
Positively selfish.
No, well, I'm positively selfish.
Break that down.
He's putting it down to in a better.
I like that.
Yeah. Because you have to think about yourself. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how tight you are with people. You got to take care of yourself. It goes back to that old, hey, put your oxygen mask on first and then take care of everybody else. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. I got to be good in order to help you.
That's a fact.
Right? But people look at there's people that are self-centered.
Yes.
And it's literally all about them. I don't give a fuck. Right? But what happens is, too, and I've said this, when you care about people, life is challenging.
Yeah, that is true.
Because you care. Think about the people that only care about themselves. That's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
Yo, I do this. Oh, fuck you. I say this. Who cares? Okay, cool. How great, honestly, how great of a life is that? You just do you. Whether you're good, bad, or whatever, you just are caring about you. I don't care if I offend you.
And that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
right. But that's the thing. But life becomes easier. So when you care about people, I don't want to offend you. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Those are the things and especially people that I love. And I'm a warm individual. Like, I could be a dick too. But I just choose not to be a dick. I just cut and I'm
about to ask that. What do you do at those situations now when
I just remove myself?
Okay, I say
I just remove myself. I don't do the back and forth, bro. Yeah. For what? Because that energy is wasted. I'm gonna sit here like if you do something bad to me, and I'm like, damn, I'm not the come back at you. I'm the okay, got it.
It is what it is.
Because the energy I'm gonna put there, I could go over there and just do something different. I'm hurt, whatever. Especially if we're tight. Yeah. But I ain't putting no energy into getting back at you because that's bad energy.
Yeah. So, Mike, I was asking a question. Where do you see your network in the next 5 years?
The network in the next 5 years, I would say that, clearly definitely having more pod. And you talking about the pod network or just the media side?
The media, everything in general.
That was like a real flex, right? You talking about the pod section? We talking about the media section.
We can jump off for that shit, bro. We can jump off for that, bro.
Which one you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you know what? That's inspiration though, bro. Like just to seeing that or hearing that is like,
but I think the pod is going to be very lucrative for us because we're picking and choosing. You know, we just got into a deal with the #1 multicultural ad agency, so that's gonna, we signed a deal, and you'll start seeing on our pods a lot of more the ad aspect of it. As far as the number, I don't really know at the moment as far as the number of pods I would like. Because it's growing organically. What I would like to do is within the next 5 years be able to, from a media side, I want to be the home and the place where content creators can come and be able to have their, hey, forget about going to pitch to Netflix and going to pitch this one. We have the financing and the funding. Hey, you come here. We believe in this or whatever. Okay, listen, are we giving out $5 million? No. Hey, we're gonna give you here's $50,000. Let's put this together and let's do what we got to do and let's do it our own way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be that place.
Right.
That it's because we're building that brand, all based off of the trust and the honesty and the integrity. Because those are the things that happen. So that's the answer to that. I don't have the specific amount as of yet or numbers, but I do want to be that where, hey, if you fuck with this, is, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a safe space. That's what we really ended up starting doing, and it's talent, right?
Right.
Who knows where it's gonna go?
Yeah.
Definitely film and those type of things. That's where we want to go. And we'll see. You know what I mean? We have a lot of different plays, agencies, all different. A lot of
podcasts is like this. That's the upcoming space right there.
Yeah. Well, us as a network, how I equate it is we're a label.
Yeah.
And all the pods are artists.
Yeah.
The difference is we don't fuck our artists.
They did ask you that question though in the zone. They were like, y'all ever fuck that? Tell me what your artist is.
That's a big
that was a Zoe. I was like,
he's like, no, what intimacy? No.
Yo,
never.
Never. That's getting high in your own supply.
Yo, words, son.
With it.
That's how people fuck the business up, man. That's how y'all fuck the business up, man.
Stay away from that shit.
Keep your shit in when you go. That's why it's good to be married.
100%.
I mean, I guess for the thing that to be calm, pretty much to be calm. Because I think like I was a dirtbag when I was younger. Like I was a dirtbag. Like I want wife, you calm down, bro. Like
I respect it, P.
I mean, I feel you.
I'm the same way.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I retired my jersey. It's up in the
too,
thing.
bro. My shit is next to you. That shit is up
Right
there.
in the garden.
Yo, that's it.
With your A's at the time that you retired, right? Yeah, me too.
That's
Mine's is up there, number 22 years old, right there.
That's the thing is that like, I enjoy being married. Like I'm not the guy that be like, oh, you get married. Like, yo, if you got the right person.
Yeah, right, go for it. Like, yeah, I'm not like, yo, don't fucking get married, bro. Like, don't fucking.
I love it.
We all got ups and downs, bro. We all go through our ups and downs, bro.
Yeah.
The most important thing about the marriage too is like, so you got to go through what you got to go through, and to go through that hurdles, all those hurdles and all that shit. People think it's easy. Oh, marriage, you gonna be with somebody. Shit ain't easy. You got to reinvent yourself every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every fucking time you got to reinvent yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like.
You gotta rebrand yourself.
That's
every
true.
time. Whether it's business, relationship.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you.
You know what I mean?
That's true. That's what I tell most men. Like, if you're married and you like, oh, I married the same girl, find other ways to love.
Yeah.
Find other ways to love her. Love yourself and love, find different ways. Just like a doctor, I'm like, yo, you be my patient.
Yeah.
Do some funny shit, here and there. You know what I mean? That's
you call it funny, I call it freaky. Do some funny shit. Yo, I'm gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be like, all right, I see you, B. I see you.
Yeah.
The pandemic really showed if you really loved your wife. Like I was like, yo, you stuck.
That is definitely fucking true.
You know what I mean? We had the crib, and we used to, we made a joke. It was like upstairs was uptown and downstairs was downtown. Y'all gonna be downtown.
That's what's
all right, I'm going uptown. You know what I mean? That's how we used to do.
So what was your secret to longevity on your relationship like that? 21 years, you said, right? Like,
yeah.
So what was the secrets behind that? Like
compromise and understanding. A thing that I speak about a lot as far as and these are things that there's people. There's business, but there's people that are involved in business. That's why I've said business is always personal because you're dealing with people, right? And there's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Right. And when I say levels, this is what helped me a lot in my marriage. Right. I have my wife, right, who shows love. On a scale of a 1 to 10, my wife gives me a 10.
Okay.
But on Mike's level, that equates to a 2. Now, if I sit here and try to wait for her to get to my 10, she may not be capable of it. And what it looks like, everybody says, oh, you're settling. No. My wife gave me her 10.
Okay.
I have to understand her. She gave me her all. I have to appreciate that.
Right.
Just because her 10 is not my 10, there may be something else. Cleaning that, I'm just using that to be funny.
Yeah.
Cleaning the house.
That makes sense, though.
My 10 might be her 2.
Yeah.
We have to understand each other in order to love each other and compromise. And it's not because so many people be like, oh, you don't want to settle. Yo, you looking for somebody that's perfect. You can be you, right? But you got to understand it's a partnership, right? So when you're bringing 2 households, 2 environments, 2 upbringings, and you're trying to become one, then add having a kid. What do you believe in raising? What do you believe in? How do you find that balance? And that's where you have to kind of, hey, are you passionate about it? You have those conversations about what it is, but you got to understand the other person. That's why I always say, like, even the term, if I was in your shoes, that is so misused. Because if I was in your shoes, right, I would do this. Izzy would go to the right, and this is what it did. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing? You should go left. You got to go left. You got to go left. But if I understand Izzy, understand his upbringing, understand these things, now I can understand why he went right. I would still go left, but I do understand why he went right. And that's a lot of the problems in dealing with people today is everybody has an opinion. They want to spit their fucking opinion, and they think that their word is word. Right. You can't disagree with anybody anymore because if you disagree with the masses, it's like, oh, fuck you.
Getting canceled.
Yeah, that's just
I'm
a
me.
argument.
Let me be me. How about that?
Yeah.
Let me be me. I'm allow you to be you. That's it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to agree. I grew up in an era where you shouldn't be the same. Everybody wants to be the fucking same now. Right? No. What I enjoy about my marriage is that we are different. I enjoy watching her grow. I enjoy telling her, babe, you've helped me with this. Because of you, I've done this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Vice versa. And we're trying to show, and we're not perfect, but what are we trying to do? We're trying to show, another generation. We're trying to show our kids this is what it is. I always tell my wife, I know we have boys, and they look at me as far as for manhood. Yeah. But you got to understand, whatever tone you set and they see, they're going to think that all women are like you until they get out in the real world. Yep. So whatever it is that you have and however you are, I remember that with my mother. My mother had beautiful nails, not no press-ons. She had beautiful manicured nails. When I started getting older and, in high school, whatever, and you into chicks now, right?
Yeah. Looking
and
for
girls have nails like mine. I'm like, what's that? Like, I thought everybody was supposed to have nails like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But that's
expectations.
It's your upbringing. It's, you know what I'm saying? And that's a small scale. But you got to understand. We have to understand each other, and that's the secret to longevity and ego. Again, every relationship, personal or business, get the ego out of the fucking way. Yeah. I want to be with my wife.
That's a shit.
Does my ego come in and be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that. Of course, I definitely get the. You know what? Like in my head, and sometimes it comes, and I don't like to be like that because I'm not that. Like I was telling you before about my mother-in-law.
Right.
Well, I don't think I finished the story, but it was like, well, Mike is bothered. He's mild, man. Like he's Mr. Cool, Calm, Collected, right? That's the image. That's let's call it the brand.
The brand, right.
But I have issues too, right? John, I need somebody. I talk to Don, you know what I'm saying? I talk to Cheeks, I talk to my stepfather, I talk to my wife, I talk to my mom, I talk to my son.
Right.
What about me? Like, that's the thing. Like, and I think a lot of men deal with that. Yo, what about me? How about me? Yeah, I'm supposed to be this and I'm supposed to be, but what about me? Right? I'm doing all of these things for everybody. I'm the provider, the protector. We have all of this stuff. I'm not saying anything about women. Like, they have a tough job as well, too. And what about you? But it's like when my wife and I have a disagreement, if I'm saying something and she'll be like, yeah, but what about this? I'm like, yeah, we can handle that later, but I'm talking about this. This is my issue. Now we talk about your issue. And I've learned a lot with that too. Like I love to solve.
Yeah.
I'm a solution guy. The problem is one sentence. I don't want to hear about the problem anymore. Let's spend energy on a solution. Sometimes my wife is my wife, right? She's a woman, and sometimes she just wants to vent.
Okay.
And I've learned throughout the time, I say, babe, are you venting or do you want advice?
Okay.
And then she'd be like, I just need to vent. And I know.
I do the same thing.
Fuck that. I'm gonna start fucking using that
I
right
do the
there,
same
bro. Because
thing.
I was about to say right now, like
I do the same exact
that's
thing.
my issue. Like I do understand, and I'm conscious enough that I know people are different. We are different. Do I accept a lot of things that she might be different on? I have an issue, right? And it's bad that I have those issues because going to you saying we all are different. We gotta accept what we are, right? If it's not nothing that is like fucking crucial or critical or whatever the case is, you could deal with that.
Yeah.
Right? But our egos don't allow us to fucking deal with that, bro.
Let me
like,
tell you something I learned in therapy too. I remember I went to therapy because therapy is great. You know, I don't come from don't ever go, like I said, from 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I'm open to that. Like and the therapist only works when you tell them everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's really, if you go in there fronting, then you're going to get fronting advice.
Yeah.
The thing is that I went in there, ego. I was like, yo, how come I'm the one that always has to come back and I got to apologize? Because if we're arguing, I got to be the one and I got to be the one. He was like, hey, Mike, listen, let me tell you something. That's your role right now. Right now, that's you. At some time in the future, your wife may be the one that comes and apologizes. But for right now, this is the role that you play. And if you want to be here, that's what you play. And it was crazy. And then in the future, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's understanding. And then I remember, you know, like my first time, babe, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is again, it comes ego. I understand my wife. I know there's certain things. Sometimes I feel like I know my wife better than she knows herself. Yeah. Right? Because sometimes it's like, I see you and I love you and I really see you. You know what I mean? Not, I see you like you fronting, but I just know who you are like this. You're beautiful, but I know you're scorned.
Right.
And I want to be able to protect your heart. Give it, I want to hold it. Because I don't want nobody fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And that becomes difficult, going back to trust. Let alone fucking, I can give you my social media page. I'm asking for your fucking heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know?
Yeah, that's true, though.
Nah, God bless, man. I definitely going to take a lot of that shit from things.
Because I do the same thing with my wife, where she talked to me, and I, like, when we drop, because we work together. Oof. She works in the ER, but it's different departments. Oh, okay. Yeah, she works in the ER.
I tell her the same shit. I'm like,
I work in engineering.
So I don't know, bro.
We go to work together. I say, bye, babe. See you later. Yeah. I don't see her. Sometimes we have lunch together. Sometimes we don't. So I don't see her till like maybe 7.5 hours later. Okay. So when we get in the car,
counting?
Yeah.
My man said 7.5.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes 7.25. It depends.
But we talk in the car when we drive, and then sometimes she just lets off. I'm driving. I'm just staring into space. You listening to me? Yeah. But you want me to give you advice, or you're venting, just like you did. And she'd be like, nah, I need you to tell me what you think about this. Okay. And all right, cool. Yeah. So I think that. Nah, why you look at it that way? But babe, you asked for my advice. Either take it or just leave it alone. Yeah. She'd be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. And that's what helps me as far as being a good manager, because I tell people I'm a fucking great manager. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll tell people because I listen to people. You're different than you may need to be, you know, a little bit. I need to be more passionate with you. I may need to be more reserved with you. Me kind of be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, is understanding
the reading of
that.
People.
Yeah, you gotta be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Which is a gift to have to have, because it might have to.
You just gotta check yourself, like with that, like especially like, yo, what do you think? Oh, nah, why would you think that way? Because you asked me, and this is how I think. You could tell me to go fuck myself. I'm just telling you my advice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
You asked for it,
but you do what you do. I tell my mom this. When you have when situations come, I can't tell you how to feel. Right. You know, feelings are not facts. But this is how you feel. I don't want you to feel like that if it's something from me. But at the end of the day, when you feel a certain way and you do something, you know, the whole stand on business, right? When you do that, just make sure you do that. Don't say I'm going to do this and then be mad because you did that. And, why did you? Why? Because this is what you did. You chose. I'm not telling you to change it, but deal with the consequences that come with your stance.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be fucking flip-flopping and shit. You know, why? Because that, in my eyes, is fucking foul.
It's foul. Yeah.
That's why. But I'm not telling you to change it. That's just,
people get defensive, though, when you tell them things like that. Like,
It is what it is.
And it is what it is. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, so damn, God bless,
True
man.
friends.
That's really shit. Cause I'm definitely go up and say to my wife, listen, man, we gonna do what we gonna do. We gonna do this, we gonna do that, bro. Like, all right, you got the, we tried, man. We got 13 years, man. But
I was about to text my wife now. I say I love you.
That's beautiful. That's
13
beautiful.
years,
Nah,
man. Like,
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm 2 years ahead of him. 15.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Only
more
got
beautiful.
3.
That's more
I see the
beautiful.
competition there. I'm 2 years more than him.
Word. You got 21, you got like 15, you got like 13, I only got like 3 under my belt. So
Oh, word?
Puppy love.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Get cutes.
nah,
cute.
but I really do like admire like long relationships like that though, because it just shows like there's really love out there, and you just got to know and go through the trials and tribulations like with going through a relationship for that long. So
Nah, but it's dope
definitely
that
a
you
beautiful
like
thing.
how old are you?
39.
Are you
I'm
allowed
40,
to say it on?
No, yeah, I'm
Right,
going
right.
40. I just turned
And
40 this year.
I'm 35.
Okay, so like, see, you are able to be around
Yeah.
older OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you seem like an old soul, and it seems like you.
I've always brought them everywhere with me. That's the
Yeah,
shit.
and
like,
you want to learn, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
you
every day.
hold your own. You're not. It's not like yeah, little nigga.
Right, right.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just even the conversation, through
Mhm.
through DM and through text. You know what I mean? You handle
Yeah,
your business.
appreciate it.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
dope.
I'm
It's
trying.
dope.
I'm trying. You
Thank
know what I'm saying?
no, stop
Yeah.
trying. We're doing, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Let's get that.
We do a lot of doing,
Do a
Word.
Yeah, he was up on your quotes
I'm-
all
Oh,
the
yeah, you got
time,
the
bro.
question right there.
He was up on your quotes. I mean, because I do the same thing when you do the good morning.
Mhm.
I do pickup thoughts.
Oh, okay.
So when I'll drop my phone somewhere, pick up my phone, like, you know what I just thought about?
Yeah.
And I just say whatever I felt about the day and shit
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
that's good. We need more of that, bro.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
need to see. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I've never been. Like I said, when I started doing that, wasn't for a business. It wasn't for anything. It
you.
was just like,
Spread
yo,
that out
I
there,
don't
spread
think
that positive shit
I
out
don't
there.
think the younger generation has the OGs anymore. It's not
Mhm.
like you outside
Yeah,
on the block and
no guidance
you're learning
at
from the
all.
older. So it's like, yo, this is where you at. This is my business.
Word.
I understood that I like on my son's baseball team. Like a lot of the kids would talk to me because they knew my client.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool now.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
seen you.
You're the
Oh,
cool
you.
Theo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yo, man, Cheeks,
Word.
like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And Cheeks came one time to my son's
Oh,
game,
they
went
went
into
crazy.
the dugout, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
that was crazy.
That's
So
fine. That's fine.
it was like I realized that they spoke to me, and they didn't look at me as a dad. I was a father, clearly, but I understood them. I wasn't their father yelling at them. Oh, what the, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And,
right.
I'm telling you, I've had conversations with kids, and it's just for humanity. I don't do it just for me. If John could tell my son something that I've been saying and he doesn't get, as long as the message gets received, I'm cool. I look at people from a human element, even in business. I'm like, yo, the relationship is with you. My relationship is with people, not your position.
Facts.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If you are such and such from Spotify or you are such and such from Netflix, I'm dealing with you as a person, and I've developed that relationship. I don't give a fuck where you work.
Yeah.
Could we do stuff together? Great. But my relationship is with you, and that's what's happened. I've had people at agencies. Yo, Mike, I just moved the agency. I just want to see what we could do. Because, again, it's the relationship.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And whether you're in the industry or not, like what John said, it's my guy. It's my
Yeah.
brother. Whether we do $1 million or we do 100 million,
Yeah.
notice how the million is the.
It's still the million, though.
That's
Keep
right.
keep it in the million. Yeah,
Still
yeah.
facts, keep that.
Yeah, keep definitely.
Nah,
man,
but
for sure.
it is what it is, and it's
Yeah.
just I'm all about that. So when you do like when I see you like, oh, I do these, that's great for humanity because people are seeing that.
Because I don't do it for myself.
Yeah.
I do it for everybody to see. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through the social media. Pick up, let me. Oh, yo, he's so stupid, son. Word. Let me just like. Let me send it to somebody who will like the same shit. And that's how I like to. It's like the telephone game.
Yeah,
pass
yeah,
it along.
100%.
Pass it along.
100%.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
100%.
It is what it is. Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, shit. So,
Yeah, so I know
before we close it out, right?
Yeah,
I know he had a little. I was telling you right now.
I got another
Since
Q&A.
since you're a hip hop fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You seen that you was raised on hip hop, right?
You got to see my T-shirt I got on, raised on classic hip hop.
Nice.
So as soon as he
Look
walked
at
in, he
that.
was like, "Oh, should they play my music too?" I mean,
Yeah,
he wasn't here though, but
yeah.
Whatever.
It was last call for alcohol when
He
you
was
got
last
here.
call. He was
All
like-
right, thank
he
you.
got the
Lights turned
R&B
on.
going on now. Like, come on, his lights is up now. R&B music playing, bro. It's ain't too late, man.
Yo. All right, one of the questions was, right? Who was your favorite MC?
My favorite of all time.
Yeah, all time.
I would probably have to say Hov.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would
that's
have to
major,
say
right?
of all time.
That's a big one.
Because it's long.
That
Yeah, it
is a
used to
big
be
one.
LL.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it encompasses everything for me: brand,
I was about to say, yeah.
longevity,
Mhm.
hits,
Yeah.
business. That's me.
All around, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dope.
All right. Next one is, it's funny how you just mentioned LL too, because do you remember like when LL and Cannabis was going back and forth?
Do you remember?
I wasn't there. That's funny. I wasn't there. I just had to
No,
ask
yes, I
them.
do.
Yeah, that's funny because we just put them on a couple of weeks ago, right? We just put them on to the LL and the Cannabis beef.
That's
Great.
fucking hilarious.
Now, who you think got the best of each other in that one, in that battle?
I think from a raw perspective, it was Cannabis, but I think LL was just LL's nasty. Like he just kind of. What I didn't like was that if I recall that LL after he heard Cannabis's verse,
Yes, it was.
then he went,
It was.
and I was like, but I respected it because it was like, oh, this little dude, I'm trying to put you on. You coming at me?
Yeah.
Don't
That's
ever
how you
come
used to do
at
back
the
then too.
ground.
Like, yeah.
Yo, but LL killed it. So, you know,
Do you think he? All right, real quick. But do you think he killed it because he was mainstream, or you think he killed it lyrical back and forth?
I think it was hard for me. There were two different guys.
Right.
You had the hunger of the out the mud.
Right.
Yo, I'm coming after. So I respected that so crazy because that's hip hop.
Right,
Yo,
right,
I
right.
don't care who you are. I'm coming at you.
Right.
You know, and L just kind of had to, you know, I think L had to kind of like put him in his place.
Okay.
For, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Again, and I'm an LL fan.
No, yeah.
But I'm I'm ask anybody. I see both sides.
Okay.
Right. But if I had to choose, I would say LL.
Okay.
All right. Which album would you pick up from the rack, the Blueprint or Illmatic?
You already said.
Yeah.
Wait, what would I pick off?
Or off the
It
rack.
has to be an album though. Like
Oh, the whole album?
Yeah.
Illmatic, 100%.
Illmatic, really?
Shit.
100%.
I swear
over
to
the
God,
Blueprint.
Nah,
No,
I got surprised.
I would pick
with that.
Automatic too, but
Nah.
because you said Hove, I would have
That's
told
all
you
my
would have went Hove. Like,
Hove is fire. Like I
Yeah.
said,
Got you.
encompassing everything.
Yeah, Illmatic is fire,
But bro,
Like,
Illmatic
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
yo, bro. That has to be
Yeah.
one of the greatest
I'm going
albums.
for that. Facts.
Yo,
Illmatic,
bro.
Yeah.
You see
Yo.
how I wrote that one
Yeah.
up?
Well,
Yo, New York State of Mind is one of my favorite joints.
Yeah.
Like yo, that
That beat is
whole
tough, bro.
yo, bro, that whole album, and it reminds me of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit that I had in my army jacket liner. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, like crazy.
Nah,
That's my era.
yo, it's funny too, cause I like on my way over here back home from work, I was listening to the Takeover from Jay-Z, and he's like, and the Illmatic, yeah, that's probably good like every 10 years.
Yeah. Nah,
He
but that
listening,
was that was crazy. Like, mommy, do you have more music questions?
Yeah, I have one
Oh,
more.
beautiful. I love these.
I have one more. Which is, it's kind of like a movie question, but it's
Right,
Paid in
yeah.
Full or Belly?
That's a good question. Paid in Full or Belly? I think I'm gonna have to go with Belly because it was first.
Yeah.
Belly was
I
fire.
agree.
Damn. Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
You agree? Hell no. I'm with you.
You like-
I'm with you, dude.
You know
like,
why? Because I like the
Nah,
storyline on Belly. That's
Nah,
why.
bro. I mean,
That's why.
listen, Belly was
I like
cool.
the storyline
But
on
dude,
Belly.
Nah, but
I
Paid in
go
Full.
Paid in
I love
Full.
Calvin. First of all,
Yeah.
the Calvin was my
Fucking
favorite.
Kermit
Fucking
the Frog. Kermit the
Fucking
Frog.
Yo, the scene where he goes in to Mr. Pip in the cleaners, and he asks this dude's sister, "Yo, how you doing?" Calvin like, "Yeah, she's fine."
Yeah.
Yeah, she like he answered for
Yeah.
all that shit is classic. Like that's the era too. But you know, for me, Belly just that intro, back to like
Yeah,
that right
like-
there
And the
like-
blue lights too.
gives me goosebumps, bro. It's like it's crazy. Like
Yeah, I don't
Yo,
know. Ain't
I
nobody
feel
gonna be like Tommy Buns. That's what I'm saying. Son.
I mean,
Yeah.
man, type
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
Meth in there, and then you had what's
Yo,
his name?
especially Meth, man. That
Yo,
was a
and
good
then- and
character.
yeah, classic character. What's the dude's name? With the banana paws. The
Oh,
the
yeah.
Menace to Society.
Yeah,
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 he'll
yeah,
find
yeah.
Kane. Nah.
Kane,
Like
Kane,
that.
there you go, Kane.
Oh, can I throw one in there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood? Now that we said
Menace
that.
Society.
Menace Society?
Yeah, Boys in the Hood was cool.
It was alright.
I
I fuck with
just
Menace
Old
Society.
Dog is
I was
super
just
classic.
watching that
Old
shit.
Dog is like
Yeah. I fuck with Menace
Yeah,
Society.
you got a whole
Yeah.
parody like behind that movie too with Figgy
Yeah.
Marlon Wayne.
yeah.
and all
And
that
you didn't
shit.
ask, but I definitely have to say my
Uh-huh.
favorite hip hop song of all time.
Okay.
is They Reminisce Over You. Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth.
Wow, they reminisce.
Yeah,
That
that
be is
shit-
dope,
Because
bro.
that album is very special
Means a lot.
to me. Like
Mhm.
again,
Yeah.
I had that 6 months prior to it coming out, prior to any of this.
Oh,
you
because
know,
you was in
because I was dancing, and the dude that was managing us was Eddie F, who was Heavy D's DJ, and it was all under that same thing. So we had access to that without, you know, there was no, it was like a Maxell tape or whatever. And I listened to that for months, and then it was like back then it was like when you heard songs before anybody. Oh, that's old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that album was another classic. You know,
That's
for me,
right.
you have Illmatic, you have Mecca and the Soul Brother, the Purple Tape.
Oh, okay. I heard you.
And I don't know. I mean, there's other class, but you know, I wasn't such a Pac fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I like some stuff, but yeah.
I love Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Ready to Die. I think like
New York shit.
that was crazy. You know,
New York shit.
I'm real eclectic with my music. I love Billy
it.
Joel.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Billy
cool.
Joel.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm a Billy Joel fan.
Billy
Remember
Joel,
we were
yeah.
talking off camera about the when you were saying about getting off the exit and how things happen. So my wife, one Christmas, got me. I always said I wanted to see Billy Joel in concert. So she gets me for Christmas tickets for us to go see Billy Joel, and it was around my birthday, right?
Yeah.
So I said, so me being a dick that I am, I'm like, so is this a Christmas gift or
Yeah.
a birthday
Oh,
gift?
birthday.
Because you're giving it to me and it's for my birthday. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
I don't want that one gift for both, you know?
Yeah, because that's kind of whack, because it's very far apart,
Oh,
right?
shit.
So September. So anyway, the day that I had the tickets to the concert, this is when I still had my 9 to 5. My cousin was taking all of his groomsmen out. I was one of his groomsmen to a Yankee game, right? I had to work, right? So I worked. I was in the city. I took the train up to like, actually right around where you at. There's a bar right around where you're at now. Went there, went down to Yankee Stadium, right, to go to the game. I said, I got to leave like third inning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got to go to the concert. I get on the wrong Metro North train. I went on the Express. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, no way, because I'm
Shit, I
timing
just asked
everything.
you, like-
I'm like super punctual. And, you know, so, so I'm there, right? And I got my stepfather. He's gonna pick me up from the train, and I'm like, oh my god, blah blah blah. And I'm stressed, like what you were saying, like, oh fuck, I had to go up to Stanford to come back down, and then I'm running late, boom, boom, boom. Get down to Madison Square Garden, and we're in the 300 section, right? My wife is like, yo, you want to get a drink? I'm like, hell yeah, I need to have something to drink. We're online. And now I heard what Billy Joel does is that he says that his true fans are in the upper sections, right?
Okay.
So I heard that he has people going around looking for them, right? We're online, and somebody comes up to my wife and was like, are you guys, you know, where are you guys sit? Are you in this section? Like, yeah. Do you guys want to go to the front row? Right? And he was, are you guys together? And I wasn't, like, I was literally like to the side, you know, and there was another girl there. And my wife goes immediately, yeah, my husband, it's actually his birthday. He goes, oh, I only have 3 tickets. So he goes, I'll give you guys 2.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, bro, all the way down, second row.
Nice.
It was the best. It was like, it was
that?
crazy because of being late.
Yeah.
It was like, this is what it was. And I was just,
Thank the Metro North.
I was an innocent man.
I didn't even know what was that.
That's a song of Billy Joel.
I bet it was. Oh my god! All right, so we gotta end it right here. So real quick, worst album,
Worst
or
album?
worst song for you?
Worst album. That's
Hey,
crazy.
listen.
That I did?
Not, oh, hey, listen, did you do music?
No, I'm not.
All right, if you did, let me know.
Damn, the worst album. Wow, that's tough because there's a lot of trash, bro.
It definitely is.
You don't want to give me like this or that?
Nah,
That's what you should do for when I'm here or Don or somebody. This or that. We got to do that on our
This
part.
or that.
This or that.
That's a
Y'all
good
heard it here
segment.
first.
Yeah.
that's a good segment. Shit, this or that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard it first.
This or that. I like
Yeah,
that.
and then just put our globe when it comes through.
Yeah. That listen, sponsored
Damn,
by.
worst album. I'm trying to think of an album that was super, super trash. Like that I was like,
I'll give you 90s.
90s. I don't know, bro. Like,
But what if you were just disappointed by like your favorite artist is probably like
Okay, I
coming
got you
out and
there.
you were just like, what the fuck?
Let's
Like I
do
wasn't
this.
expecting this shit. But
I don't
It's
know if I
bullshit.
can think of something like that. Like, cause for me, like, I joked about it, but I don't even think it's a joke. I haven't listened to a full album in so long because it's like, Like I'm now such the average consumer. Like if the song is dope, like I'll have somebody be like, yo, you're like, especially Cheeks. Like Cheeks will be like, yo, you heard Mike, because he put me onto Lil Baby. Like when he first came, like he put me onto Drake way before Drake.
Right. Okay.
Like he was such a Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? And
he really was. I see his skits too.
and I like that. And you know what I'm saying? And then when that Lil Baby vibe, when he was like, he was like, yo, Mike, trust me, you're gonna like it. And I love that. Yeah. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like, there's so much more trash than there is good.
Right now, there's hell yeah, shit.
So it's like
garbage.
It's just nuts. So,
so okay, song, maybe song. Give a song.
Song that's whack. I could probably scroll through SoundCloud.
Everything.
We done.
Everything that's out today.
Anybody that's 60 years old or 50 years old still trying to rap that song.
Yeah. For real.
Hey, listen. Hey,
the game is done.
No, seriously, dudes be like, yeah, but Ho's 58, but he been doing it since he was 19, 18 years old. Stop.
And the man is a different business aspect.
And when he do come, he's his bars is just crazy.
Pause on that.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? I caught somebody at least. I caught somebody say, fuck. Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was crazy, bro. But anyway, listen. With that said,
stop rapping, go to work.
Stop rapping, go to work.
Yeah, I'm talking my shit.
Yo, let's. You want to plug in where they can find you? Where they?
Oh yeah, you could follow at this THIS.MYQ. Always the company, This Group Inc. THIS GROUPINC, and also follow FOTS Pod. That's me. Focus on the Stars. FOTSPOD. That's me and Don's podcast. Yo, every Tuesday you got gems. Trust me, we tell it the real way. That's really for the people that are coming from 0 to $1 million. Nice. Get all this advice for the people that have made $1 million. Yeah, cool, great. How did you get there? What do we do? And we do that. Have different guests on the show, so follow that. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all, yo.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I love that. I love that what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, this is great. I love the branding aspect of it.
Thank you.
Y'all good, genuine individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Like, appreciate it.
So
We did.
I appreciate you for coming for sure. I appreciate you bringing John coming. Like we was off the camera just talking. He was hitting gems with us, man. So I appreciate both of y'all, man, for sure.
I really do, man.
For sure.
I really do. We're definitely gonna keep this relationship intact, bro. For real, because I'm digging the vibes, man.
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug, baby. Let's go. Shout out Izzy. Give him a little round of applause there. You know what I mean? So listen, y'all heard it here. Thank you for coming again.
Of course.
I mean, yo, peace, bless, love. You already know my slogan. Give thanks to that man above.
Live, love, prosper, y'all.
And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
He's always late on that shit, man. Always fucking late, bro. You know what he said, man?
Peace, y'all.
Peace.